Yo, Exile in Guyville, 30 years old. Will this be the summer of Liz Fair? You know what? I'm always looking for something to say, hey Siri, play blank. It's usually stuff that I listened to like 10, 15 years ago for the first time. It could be the summer of Liz Fair, in particular the summer of Exile in Guyville. I mean, that's a hell of an album. 6-1, Help Me Mary Please, Flower. There's a song I'm thinking of, is it called Propeller? Airplane, something like that. Never Said. This is just I don't have the Wikipedia section open. This is off the top of my head. Frickin' Run. Wikipedia. Exile in Guyville. It was her debut album too. That's crazy, man. That's insane. Canary. Oh, Canary's a bop, brother. Kids these days would not listen to Canary. They would be like, this song's a little sus. Let me go back to watching Euphoria. Divorce Song, another classic. Dude, there are some. I mean, this is an album. My favorite genre of music, extremely brash women 90s rockers who release like one incredible album and then nothing else that was nearly as good as that album ever again. No disrespect to Whip Smart from Liz Fair, but still. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, Liz Fair, Exile in Guyville. You know what band gets not enough credit? I don't think they're quite at the My Bloody Valentine, Slint, Slow Dive level. Slint's not really involved here. I just wanted to mention them. I feel like Lush doesn't get enough credit. Lush band. English rock band. Now let me just give me a second here. Is Lush the only shoegaze band to ever make a music video that got played on like MTV? Gala itself is a great album featuring everybody's favorite rock band 2 song, Lush, but then the Sweetness and Light EP is just insane. It goes crazy. Anyway, I don't normally talk about music. This is different. Lush has been overtaken by a vibrating pleasure product. I'm pretty sure the biggest use of Lush is now for the stinkiest bath bomb stores on the planet. And that's fine. You know, the world changes. I'm freaking out here, man, because I'm looking at like all the members of Lush. Someone started a rumor in the comment section for the deluxe music video that the lead singer of Lush killed herself, and that's why they never made any more music. I'm looking this shit up right now. Her ass is definitely still alive. I have thought that she was dead for like 17 years. There were people like, there wasn't just like that comments, but there was like other comment chains that were like, it's so sad what happened to this angel. Everybody needs to like be kind to everybody around. And I'm looking at this and it's like, you know, she played the reunion tour in 2015. In 2022, she announced the release of her memoirs. Like, this is crazy. Oh, I was thinking of Carol Baskin's husband. My mistake. And now, what's your max back squat? Lil bro does not lift much anymore. Excuse me, don't call me lil bro. Call me, sure, okay, can you back squat more than me? Probably. You want to go for a 30-minute jog? Let's see who's got to go to the emergency room afterwards. Oh, bro, we gotta get back. Oh, yeah, sure. I get winded walking up the stairs, but I got a 475 one rep max back squat. Really relevant to like the things you do on a normal basis. You got the heaviest controller of all time, holding it behind your head. I don't like cardio. Cardio's so boring. You know what's not boring? Bending your knees once and then going "Ugh!" and unbending them. Anyway, I forget what my squat was at its peak, but I think it was. I remember. So I was doing I was doing 5-3-1, which is overhead press, squat, bench press, deadlift. I remember for sure that my squat was higher than my deadlift, which is not the way that that's supposed to be, but my grip is like a little baby. I'm pretty sure my squat was like, I think I had like a 3-plate squat. Does that sound right? What, that 3-plate squat would be like 300 pounds? No, wait, 45 times 3. That's a 315? Yeah, okay. I think I had a 3-plate squat. My overhead press and my squat were good. And my bench press and my deadlift were pretty pathetic. What was the overhead press? I don't remember. It was above one plate though. So it must have been like maybe like 150, 100, 160, somewhere in that range. It's like we're talking it's 3 years ago, so it's been a while. But your bench was bad? Yeah, to be honest, I don't know if I've ever worked out my chest or my back on purpose. Every time I do the bench, I feel a little bit of tension in my chest and then a lot in my triceps and my shoulders. And every time I do like a bent over row, I only feel it in my biceps and my traps. I don't know. Maybe I've just never had the proper form. I've accepted my role in life. Same, I don't get it. Bent over rows gotta be the exercise I've done the most that is I just have zero technique on. I bet I've done like 15,000 bent over rows in my life. I don't think I've ever worked my lats. Oh, it's always like the inside of my elbow that fatigues first on a bent over row. It's like the end of my forearm. Yeah, I know you can hit the lats with the lat pull down. You can hit the lats with like a lat extension laying on the ground, like kind of like a tricep extension, but with your arms a little bit more straight. But with bent over rows, I can never hit it, man. I don't know why we're talking about this, but it's, I guess because I'm interested and people are interested. Seated rows facing the bench. Now that is, I've definitely felt it on that as well, like a cable row. Would you come lift Atlas stones if you were in England? There was I mean, my philosophy, by the way, we're going to start with super auto pets today. We're giving the dulls like the occasional day off and mixing in new things. There was a time when like in 2019, 2020, before we had our kid and COVID happened, I was doing 5-3-1. I was eating like half a jar of peanut butter every night. And I was like, it would be cool to compete in like some amateur strongman competitions. That was where my head was at that moment. Then like COVID hit and, my wife got pregnant. And I didn't work out for like a year and a half. And I kept eating half a jar of peanut butter every night. So like 18 months later, I was like, I got to start working out again. But mostly I got to lose weight. And now my head is in like the exact opposite position where I'm like, why would I ever want to just be strong enough to pick up like a big stone when instead I could just like have really good conditioning and, have like a low resting heart rate and carry my child to the playground and not get fatigued. I will say, I mean, it's slow going because I'm also eating like a lot of goldfish every night because they're tasty. But I last Saturday I weighed in at 100, not 68 pounds, 168 pounds. Holy cow! It's certainly the lowest I've weighed since the summer between first and second year of university, and getting down like below that is tough. What's your height? 175, 176 centimeters, somewhere in there. What's crazy, dude, is that like, according to BMI, I've in the last like 2 weeks, I ticked into normal weight. I don't think they need to change BMI for like science reasons, but it would be nice like for society if they just bumped up the BMI like 2 points or something like that. Day A, I'm doing 90 minutes of like pretty hard cardio on the Peloton. Day 2, I'm doing 50 minutes of like muscular workouts and then 30 minutes that are hard on the Peloton. My ass is like 0.2 under, like within the range of normal weight. It's crazy, man. And that is me weighing myself at like waking up so I'm fasted and having worked out for 90 minutes. Admittedly, drinking some water, of course, and then like taking a shower. But it's crazy, man. BMI doesn't account for muscles. Yeah, but like I'm not that muscular. I think that's just copium. I'd rather just be like the measurement's bad. Like that's what I used to say when I would like lift heavy and my BMI was like 4 points into overweight. I was like, it's probably just BMI really doesn't account for muscle that much. But then when I think back, is like I was like I was bulky, but I wouldn't say I was like particularly muscular. Didn't you squat 400 pounds? No, like 335, something like that. Plus, it was sumo too. Sorry. I'm sorry, it wasn't a strict, normal with squat. I have to go sumo because I walk on my toes, so my calves are fucking tight as hell. You're a sumo squatter? I have to squat sumo. Not a thing? Sumo squat is a thing. Let me Google it here. Sumo squat. Look at that. Images for sumo squat. What are sumo squats good for? It's a thing. Now, is the #1 result on Google from Women's Health magazine? Yes. Am I supposed to be held responsible for the fact that Women's Health magazine has better SEO than Men's Health magazine? Apparently I am. Apparently I've never been on live television before. Look at this. Sumo squats are good for individuals who walk on their toes. I told you. I'm being real with you. And this is to illuminate things for people that are unaware, and also maybe there's dozens of us who are idiopathic toe walkers. I would say like once every 2 months, I see another one in the wild, and I give them a nod. I have to assume a lot of idiopathic toe walkers are staying at home so they don't get observed. But anyway, when standing, especially if I'm not warmed up, I can only bend my knees. Like if this is like a straight leg and my knuckle is my knee, I can bend my knees like that far. It's crazy to me that people can keep their heel flat on the ground and then bend their knee like that and like basically touch their ass to the ground and then get back up. If I'm on my toes, I can go ass to grass. If my heel's on the ground, it's like that. Start stretching on your off days. Wow, why didn't I think of that when I was in like the 4th grade? I've been living with it for 34 years. People are like, have you tried stretching? Yeah, I thought of that one. I think I did the stretching before I went to the hospital, and they put casts on both of my legs to keep my feet in a permanently stretched position to try to make the Achilles tendon longer. I think we did stretching before we resorted to the casts in like the year 1998. But you know what? Maybe, sure, maybe yoga will fix it. My surgeon was like, oh, fucking yoga? Why didn't I think of that? I was just gonna slice you open and kind of cut the tendon and let it regrow with a little bit more elasticity. Anyway. You just wait till we get our meat going and then it's over for you. Did you see the tweet? Holy cow, we got a draw. I'll take that. Did you see the tweet that was like, I mean, now you got to go deep into the context mines with me on this one, so just bear with me, okay? There was a so-called guru tweet with the thread emoji that was like, the real menace of Soviet era, blah, 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 was that they invented this flavorless ice cream, okay? I didn't even read the thread. That flavorless ice cream tweet got quote tweeted in German. And the tweet said like, Americans, when the ice cream doesn't have rainbow sprinkles, caramel syrup, and Oreo chocolate chips in it, and it was a dude on the ground like crying. But then in German, like it sounds so silly. It's like, Americans, wenn das, it's yada yada yada. By the way, thank you Ninja Zombie for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. When it doesn't have like Raffen, Daffen, Streusel, and Oreo Krispies, and then all the replies are dunking on the original German poster and saying like, why I had no idea that German was such a deeply unserious language. I didn't realize, man. I have been making fun of England. I should have been making fun of like Germany this whole time. There it is. Wrote it. Thank you. I appreciate this. What is Regenbogenstrusel? Is that rainbow sprinkles? Regenbogenstrusel? Those are rainbow sprinkles. And like, it was like caramel sauce and Oreo Krispies. Oreo Krispies got me so good. I mean, it's not like we don't have silly names in North America. I don't know. I thought that Germans were like a more serious people. In North America, yeah, we're silly. It's like, this is my design. Yo, it's so flattering to get a gifted subscription from the librarian, because you know that they're saying thank you for the bit. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, sorry, it's not Oreo Krispies, it's Oreo Crunchies. Of course, Oreo Crunchies, my mistake. I only saw the tweet briefly before bed last night. We spat out like a 40 attack dog. That's insane. This was like the easiest win of my life. Remember when we went down to like 1 and then we pulled it out entirely? Remember when we unlocked like 17 achievements in the same run? Remember the time Bobby Boucher showed up at halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl? And that's on a Friday, okay? That's not a Tuesday weekly win. You should take me to the Arctic. Ooh, I know it's psychosomatic, of course. What else could it be? But it does feel like it just dropped like a couple degrees in here. I'll be like a pouting player. Like me when someone selects Steve in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I don't play Smash, by the way, but if I did it. Steve is kind of annoying. It's probably true. I know all the Smashers were in Vancouver for like Battle of British Columbia last week, right? So I wanted to make a tweet that was like, "Hey Smashers, let me know where you guys are getting dinner." And then if any of them replied to me, I was going to quote tweet it and say, "Okay, not going to the Cactus Club tonight. Thanks for the heads up." Literally for no other reason than to be like a joke. But then good sense got the better of me, and I said, let's not go out there. There's no reason for that. I have no quarrel with the Smash community. It would have been a little funny, though. I wanted to see a seagull, actually, but many people are saying it would have been amongst the funniest tweets they've ever seen, but it's okay. Humor's dead. Slime said he has people coming up to him at Smash events saying, "Hello, northernlion," and he's not a fan of that. I've never spoken to Slime before, which is, like, this is even more complimentary as a result of that. I've never spoken to Slime before. His tweets kept getting fed to me via the Twitter For You algorithm, and the tweets are so consistently good that I chose to follow him. And I've never seen any of his content, never spoken to him. I know he's in the Ludwig circle, but I and people would say that this doesn't happen on Twitter anymore. Just on his tweet merits alone, he got a follow. That's not a common occurrence in the modern day. How did your solo Costco run go? It went great, except, like, I feel like everything was totally fine, except they moved where the sparkling water was, I think, and then I couldn't find the sparkling water. And I'm ashamed to say that as a result of not being able to find the sparkling water, my ass almost got tricked into buying like a flat of Diet Coke. And then I went, nah, man, I'm choosing to not do that to myself. And then I just left the store. And now, so the whole week I've just been drinking like nature's water instead. It's still like, it's fine. Like, it does the trick. I just want to stay on the power curve, but you could have asked someone. They got their own stuff to do. I don't want to, you know, be a squeaky wheel or whatever. They're busy enough. You're the one upset about drinking flat water? I didn't say I was upset. I said it still got the job done. Does that sound like the words of a man who's upset to you? No! Continue this. Look, we got 2 hearts. 2 hearts means we still buy free Shavakadoos. We definitely still buy waffles. You're chilling. I would, you know, if the fish is sticking around, let's make it not so useless. I could buy an avocado if I've got to in order to give us a free reroll essentially for waffles next time. These are big snipes. We win these. I was getting question marked like literally the whole time. We won. 10 wins on turn 15. It was even faster than last time. I'm not really a fan of geese. Listen. They're actually starting, I think they approved the goose cull in Vancouver, which means that when it's formally ratified by city council in 71 years after 15 filibusters at every single meeting for the course of one average human lifespan, it might actually be on site with the geese. I'm not going to participate in the cull, but that's mostly just because I got like other stuff to do and I'm not that interested. But I want to be clear. I'm only anti-goose because their poop is toxic and makes the water, it's one of the many reasons that the beaches here occasionally have unswimmable days. And also, like, you gotta constantly be watching out for the goose poop while you're like walking around or riding your bike. Otherwise, I don't really have a problem with the geese. And I know we've said it myriad times here, so I apologize. But I think it's funny. I just find it humorous that people will say something like, oh, the goose is an aggressive animal. As if, like, if you were in the animal kingdom, you would be stoked that, like, fucking idiots are coming up to you all the time and going like, ah! And then, like, you're just hanging out with your kids or something like that, trying to make sure they don't get eaten by other birds. And then they go like, and you're like, wow, what a mean animal. It's like you're the one that went out over to harass the animal that, like, literally is there eating old cigarette butts and stuff like that. You think they're having a great day? We have the audacity to say that the goose is the problem somehow. In our area, the geese will literally pick fights with you. I don't. Maybe we've got more polite geese. I was at the park with my daughter. Must have been like last week sometime. There were 2 geese there with 2 goslings. And they were just chilling in the playground. So I brought my daughter over. We were probably like 10 feet away. And I was like, don't get closer. Because, you know, A, they're just minding their own business. You know, we should like live in harmony with the animals. But simultaneously, like, you know, you can get a little bit close. You don't have to like stay 100 feet back of them. And I swear to you, I didn't know that this was like the pecking order in Birdland. But a crow swooped down and tried to grab one of the goslings. And then it just like whiffed on the grab. And one of the geese came over with its wings like fully spread to the crow and was like flapping his wings like right in his face. And the crow wasn't even sweating it. The crow like jumped 2 steps away and then was like looking back like, is he watching? Is he watching? And the goose was just standing there like flapping his wings at him. Crows are kind of crazy. You'll be parts of Vancouver, you'll just be like walking and then a shell will fall out of the sky like inches away from your head. And what was it? Oh, it was a crow was like eating a clam above you and then just said like, fuck it, I'm done with this. Like Viggo Mortensen in Green Book and yeets the shell like out of his mouth. Crow migration goes crazy. It's true. For anybody not familiar, I don't know if this happens in other parts of the world, but around 5 p.m. every day, the crows in the greater Vancouver area all fly like west to east. I guess it depends where you live. Maybe if you live way further east, they're actually flying to the west a little bit. But so at like 5:15, you can look up and you'll just hear like honk, 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 honk. And there's like thousands of crows that just are flying out to Burnaby. Thoughts on honey mustard? We got to put like a weaker unit here, but just give me a sec. I got to think about it. I support all mustards, including the yellow mustard that is so Woefully underrated. Ninja Zombie, by the way, thank you for the gifted subscriptions as well. Thank you. I do have to tell you a story, though, about how my daughter kind of gaslit me. She brought a sandwich to daycare the other day, and I said, how did you like your sandwich? She said there was some hummus on it. And I said, oh, no, there wasn't hummus, but maybe there was mustard on it. And she said, yeah, there was mustard on it. And I said, did you like the mustard? And she said, it was a little spicy. And it's Dijon mustard. So I was like, she's right, it is a little spicy. And I said, oh, was the mustard too spicy for you? And she said, yeah, it made me breathe fire. And then I was laughing because I was like, wow, that's so like astute. That's the way a toddler would think of spicy food. I got home and said, hey, just so you know, she said she doesn't want her sandwich to have Dijon mustard on it anymore. It made her breathe fire. Kate said, oh, I never put mustard on her sandwiches. She got me. Is it my college level brain, or is your kid super smart to speak so much at this age? Honestly, like it's not just proud dadding here. Like, she's very advanced from a speaking standpoint. We took her to a like a 2-year-old's birthday party, so all the other kids were roughly around the same age as her, and like she was talking circles around them. Now, there's pluses and minuses, right? Because she's still not fully potty trained and stuff. So there's like, she's crushing them in the verbal development, but at the same time, like when it comes to the potty, she's still like a little scared of the potty. So it's not like we're just clear, like she's not a 99 overall diamond level LeBron James. I'm not trying to make like other parents feel bad. Every kid, you know, they're in their own place right now. But her speaking is amazing.
You know, when I dropped her off, I was like, I'm scared. And I said, why are you scared? Like, I'm scared when mommy is not with me.
Oh.
And I said, that's okay. Everyone at the daycare is there to protect you. And then, when I dropped her off, she's like, mommy, big hug. And I gave a big hug. And then there was some toys that was on the ground. And then she like looked at it. And then she's like, I gotta fix this.
Whoa!
She ran off and played with the toys. And then it was done with that. And I was like, whoa.
Yo, she's adapting very well. If only she could tidy like that at home.
I know.
I'm losing it at the number of comments. Okay, now this is bad timing, but people were like, lollipop the peacock. Why isn't he lollipopping the peacock? Can we get a someone in chat who's been watching our shop rolls to explain why we haven't lollipopped our peacock? I'll do you one better. Maybe you don't know how stores work. There was no lollipop for sale until just then. So we were doing what we could. Pill the peacock. Now we're talking. What did I tell you it was the best weekly of all time? We literally just went 10 wins 3 times in a row with 3 different squads. It's such a great weekly this week. You see the overtime goal last night? I didn't watch the game, but I did think that it would be great to tweet. This is a kind of tweet that has been popping off like crazy on Twitter for like a year. I wanted to tweet, Dallas has the potential to do the funniest thing of all time, since they won in overtime. What does it mean? What would be the funniest thing of all time? It doesn't. The fact is, there doesn't have to be an answer for those tweets to go viral anymore. Anytime you see like a piece of news, all you have to do is quote tweet it and then say like, subject of the news article has the potential to do the funniest thing of all time, and it's like destined to get 10,000 likes. I think half of it is like people that are in on the joke, that there is no joke, and half of it is people who are like, I don't fully get the joke, but I'm going to click the like button because I don't want people to know that I don't get the joke. But the joke is that there's no joke. And now I know what you're going to say. Oh, you don't get the joke? No, I get the joke. Frieza meat, because meat goes, even if you don't get a seagull, meat just goes crazy. NL has the, anytime I see an Emperor Tamarin in the shop, Emperor Tamarin in the shop, NL has the potential to do the funniest thing of all time. You son of a bitch, I'm in. The pug passes you the boof. What would you do? I would accept the boof. Much like my opinions on geese, I have no quarrel with the pug. I feel like sometimes people conflate the idea that, like, pugs... I'm trying to work on my phrasing. I like pugs. I get that they were bred to have, like, a flat face and that is screwed up their breathing. But I feel like sometimes whenever someone, like, sees a pug, they're like, the owner is, like, an asshole for, like, buying or adopting a pug. And I'm like, the owner's not, like, the dog mom. The owner didn't bring the pug into the world. The owner is providing, like, a good life for the pug. The fact that the owner exists is creating the demand, which is knocking on the effect that pugs exist, but not that pug. You know what I mean? I'm getting -2. So if you adopt a pug, you're an asshole. Yes? You guys gotta log off. You lost your damn mind. I think if you go to, like, a pug breeder and you're like, hey, give me 6 pugs, then you're part of the problem. If you adopt a pug from a, like, a shelter or something like that, then you're a damn hero. Also, don't take it out on the dog. The dog is cute. That's why it's a problem. Pugs aren't cute. I think they're, like, one of the cutest dogs for sure. I love a pug. The same way that God loves a terrier, I love a pug. You're the problem? I've never even owned a dog. Insane take? What do you mean insane take? I've never owned a dog. They drool on your pants? All dogs are, like, stinky and dirty. At least the pug, like, looks cute. They make such cursed noises? I don't know. I guess I just like ugly things. So sue me. Yeah, I kind of take offense because I feel like Tomo is kind of like Tomo's like he's a cat pug. Sort of. Like, he's doing great. He doesn't make weird noises when he, like, breathes or anything like that. Have you ever interacted with a pug in real life? This is what it's like to be a streamer. You forget, I'm not, like, 22 years old. I didn't go from, like, 11th grade to full-time Twitch. I worked in an office where every Friday people could bring in their pets, and the boss had a pug. So the pug was there fucking, like, Monday to Friday. And then on Friday, lots of dogs were there. The pug was named Monty. He would chill at and around my legs all the time. And I was like, this is a nice dog. This is a cute dog. It's the only website on earth, well, this plus Twitter, where, like, someone who's lived, like, a rich life of experiences can get told what real life is from people who have never left their fucking house. Of course I've interacted with a pug. I'm 34 years old in North America. I've interacted with, like, dozens of pugs, despite never owning a dog. They're everywhere. I'm older than you. I've never interacted with a pug. That's exactly what I'm saying. I appreciate the support. I don't think you should weigh in then. Because those, you can say what you want about pugs, okay? But they're cuties is all I'm trying to say. That's it. I'm just trying to say, like, if I were in the position of a pug and, like, I was alive, and then every time anybody saw me, they said, you and your whole species should be dead, I would be like, I'm gonna go back to my owner who feeds me, like, treats and takes me for a walk and shit like that. People out there are fucking mean, dude. It's not a species, a breed? I don't know, I feel weird saying the word breed on Twitch. Pugs aren't people, they don't conceive of things like that? Oh, what, so it's okay to be mean to them and call them ugly? And laugh at them in the group chat? Do you consider the Habsburgs cute? I don't consider, like, the same Rorschach that I use to measure how I feel about a dog is not the same way I measure people. because I was born in the 80s, so I'm like more normal than you. I'm sorry to say. Sorry. I didn't get internet access until my brain was already like 1/3 formed, so I'm like more connected. I didn't mean to say I'm more normal, I just mean to say I'm more connected to reality. Maybe that's like a less offensive way to put it. That's not your fault, by the way, unless you're Al Gore and you invented the internet. I did. Mr. Gore! Mr. Gore, hello! Mr. Gore, do you ever think about how you changed the trajectory of the Western world by resigning the 2000 election even though you won? The fuck? You resigned in a winning position? What's your presidential ELO? Like 550? It's just embarrassing, man. Oh, we're just having fun. Everybody relax. You can't say that. How was he supposed to stand up to the specter of the Supreme Court? Buddy, I just wanted to say something to make people upset. Chat's fighting. Godzilla meme, let them fight. You should take my opinion on the 2000 presidential election seriously, because I was 11 when it happened. So I've got very vivid memories, and I exclusively watched my local news in Ontario's coverage of it, so I think I've got a pretty good overview of the situation. How do Canadians know so much about American politics when Americans know nothing about Canadian politics? I'm going to give you 0.5 seconds to come up with the reason, and I have complete confidence that you're going to get it. How is it possible that Albanians know so much about American movies, but Americans know literally nothing about Albanian movies? How is it possible that people in England know so much about Japanese food, but people in Japan know nothing about British food? Because American politics is better, American movies are better, and Japanese food is better. It's that simple. So true. Me when I say something that's false and such as, anyway, well, it's true, the food is probably bad. No disrespect to England. No disrespect to England. I mean, I went to some pretty good restaurants when I was in London. I don't know if you know a little place called Wetherspoons. They got some pretty good fish and chips there. While we're recycling old bits, can I tell you my favorite? At the time, it's my least favorite, but now it's my favorite thing about England. Went to England for a week for a media event and then spun it into like a couple extra days of vacation. Came back and said, "Why England like invented beer? Why is the beer there so bad?" And they said, "Oh, the beer is bad, but the ales are good." And I said, "Oh, is that my?" I would go to like a restaurant and be like, "What beers do you have?" And they would be like, "We have Carling," and I'd be like, "Oh, I guess I'll take a Carling." And there, people in England with a straight face in Twitch chat were like, "Oh, you have to ask for the ale list. If you ask for the ale list, there's all sorts of great stuff. But beer, no, that's your problem. You've got to ask for ales." My mistake, sorry. If you live in England, I'm not saying like, you know, fuck you. I'm just saying like that's messed up. It's very confusing. Explain Canadian bacon? That's an American thing. Canadian bacon, I'm not going to say if you walked into a Canadian grocery store, you would never see Canadian bacon. All I'm going to say is that we don't really do Canadian bacon here. There's bacon, and then there's like back bacon, and there's pea-meal bacon, and there's ham. But there's not, like, I never really bought Canadian bacon from a grocery store. The hell is pea-meal bacon? It's just back bacon that has the, like, cornmeal, but it's the meal of peas instead of corn. It's delicious. It's chocolate, it's mint, it's very refreshing. What the hell is back bacon? I'm gonna give you 0.5 seconds to fucking figure it out. Oreo Crispies, Oreo Crunchies, sorry. Canadians, when the bacon doesn't have Raffen Schnitzel and what's the anyway? Streusel, sorry, and Oreo crunchies. How is it funny you're making fun of the language for the third time in a row? It's funny because the tweet was making fun of a country, but then the language used in the tweet was very humorous. That's basically, it was like Americans when the ice cream isn't overloaded with sugar, but then like, I just can't believe it's Regenbogen Streusel and Oreo crunchies. Like it's so funny. I'm German, so I don't see what's funny about our language. Brother, try. I'm English. Well, like I'm from it. North. I was about to say I'm from England. I'm from a country that speaks English, and I see hilarious things in the English language all the time. In German, did you know that birth control is called anti-baby pill? Maybe that's what's funny about German, is that actually is like it's it's phrasing, like, I'm not trying to be rude here. It's like a language designed by engineers, which is good. Because English wasn't really designed at all. That shit was just like, you know, it just happened. Like when your bread goes moldy. It's all it's funny, maybe, I mean, I'm theorizing, I'm not a linguist. But it's like, it's maybe German sounds funny to us as English speakers because it's actually like deliberately crafted. Stop it with the snipers! Oh, brother. That's a good looking team, honestly. It just works in a slightly different way. It's not designed. All right, well, be that as it may, sir. Imagine if it was designed the way I suggested it were, though. Then everything that I said would have been true. I mean, English is just... there's probably... Someone who's actually knowledgeable about linguistics, feel free to tell me. But please only... I know I'm gatekeeping here. Fucking sue me, okay? Please only if you have a degree. No video essay viewers need apply. Why are there so many words in English that have not just multiple definitions, but distinctly very different definitions? Like, for example, why is a trunk the back part of your car that you put your groceries into, and also the bottom of a tree, and also your torso, and also the long thing that comes out of an elephant's face, you know, and also like something Mr. Dress Up puts his costumes into, and you know, et cetera, et cetera. Like, why, with all the letters in English, why couldn't they just make different words for different things? Or even still, how did trunk come to be like an elephant? Like, so many disparate things. Like, someone looked at it and said, oh, that thing at the back of the car, that looks a little bit like something you could put clothes into, which looks a little... And then at some point, we're back to the elephant's nose. Like, let me see. I have the answer. A lot of words like that come from both Old Norse and Old English, and both of those languages have different definitions for very similarly spelled words, so when the languages combined, we just made them one word. I don't know if that's true, but it was first time chatter highlighted message. I'm assuming, in my head, the story checks out, that there was like a linguist that was like, this is finally my time to chat for the first time, like urgently. It makes sense. It makes sense. Still pisses me off, though. We need less Windows updates and more language updates. Instead of all this dumb shit. You know what we need? You know how we have like, I don't want to call them grammar Nazis. It seems like an antiquated term now, like a deprecated term. Let's call them grammar files. We need grammar files, but that work in the opposite direction. Like, instead of like, oh, you can't say mooses. It actually, moose is the plural because William the Conqueror, when he came over in fucking 1100, blah, blah, blah. Regardless, okay? Instead of that, what we need is Merriam-Webster to grow a fucking sack and then say, guess what? Starting like next year, we're deprecating this old ass shit that doesn't work in English. And then as soon as someone says like, oh, actually, irregardless isn't a word anymore, you can be like, look it up, motherfucker. You're on an old patch, idiot. If you're if you get a big old boner for being the only guy in the room who knows the rules of language as if that's a real thing, then read the patch notes, okay? Because they're issuing rule changes for balance reasons every damn day. For some reason, your ass wants to go by the rule set you learned in second grade when you had the third highest mark in English class, okay? We're making the language better, and people like you are being left behind. Makes me want to fucking throw up. Deal, but only if we can disallow people saying would of. Fuck, that pisses me off. You're right. We can't allow people to say that. Also, we can't allow people to say on accident. I'm sorry. It's by accident. It's by... Where did you go up? It's by accident. It was not on accident. You're making yourself sound like a damn fool. We should just have one language for everybody. I don't care what it is. I'm with you, except unlike the other person, I do care what it is. I want it to be English, because that's the one I already know. And also, a lot of people know it as well. So, I don't think we should pick the language that the most people know, because that wouldn't be fair. But I definitely think we should take one that, like, a lot of people know. Maybe, like, the... you know, it could be, like, the third biggest language or something. Something like that. Spanish? No, not that one. Maybe the second, then. You're gonna be like Tagalog. Finally, I suggested English, the language I knew he wanted me to say anyway. And they said, well, if that's what you want. Dero. I looked this linguist in his optic stems. And I said... Regenbogen, Streusel, and Oreo Crunchies? Greg, no! No, Greg! People without kids aren't gonna like this bit. But, like, if I was gonna learn a new language, it had to be before college. I'm sorry. There's just no time. I can't... I'm not saying my brain is incapable of learning a new language at age 34. I just got too much shit on the go. I'm gonna have to be learning like 2 words a day. You know how long it'll take me to learn how to speak Spanish? Learning 2 words a day on Duolingo? Take a trip to Madrid when I'm 97 years old. Mi amo Ryan dies. Like, it's just... It had to happen when I didn't have as much shit going on. Like, it had to be... In elementary school, the time that they spent teaching us cursive writing, they could have been teaching us like Japanese or something like that. But instead, we spent 3 hours a day learning, oh, an R in cursive isn't like an R. It looks like a fucking, I don't even know what you'd call it. It looks like you're drawing a cartoon cat or something like that. We didn't retain the French either. True, c'est vrai. But I also think that they taught French in like a really bad way. At least in my school, you would have like a few hours of French class a week. And then like if they were behind schedule in like anything, French was the first thing to eat shit. They were never like, oh, we're behind in French, we're gonna skip math class for 2 weeks. They were always like, oh, we're behind in math, we're gonna skip French class for 2 weeks. Then you forget like a third of the shit that you learned, and then you come back and it's like, you've been learning French for 9 years, and lesson 1 is like, an apple is called la pomme. And then you get 2 months off for summer where you have no French at all, and you come back in September, and everyone's like, what the hell is hello even? Like we basically did 10 years of introductory French every single year, where we just recycled the same thing over and over again. There was no progress at all. I think that the curriculum, at least when I was a youngster, it was just kind of planned badly. Did you see the TikTok of the woman grounding her bed? Of course I saw the TikTok of the woman grounding her bed. Where they run copper wire through their mattress and then run the copper wire out of their window through like down the second floor of their house to the ground so that any electrical charges in their bed are grounded now. And I feel bad, like I really do. but it was like all the replies were like her husband when there's a thunderstorm, and it was like, oh, Marv from Home Alone 2 getting electrocuted, like, oh, fuck, dude. Someone said they're gonna go to her house and hook it up to like a car battery or something like that. I don't condone that, just to be clear. I don't condone murder, I guess. It's just like, I mean, I also would not run a copper wire out of my house like that connects to my bed. Like, it just, I'm not saying like you deserve it, but I do think that in some ways you're kind of asking for trouble. Any chance you would ever do a types of rice tier list? It's an interesting thought, isn't it? Types of rice. I mean, I think every rice has its own purpose in different cuisines. If I had to do an overall rice tier list, I mean, I'm basically spitballing because I don't have an answer for you. How does that sound? I like a jasmine, like a Thai rice. I like a basmati, like the rice you would get with some Indian takeout. Interesting squad you got here. And, I mean, it's like, here's the thing. You wouldn't want to have, like, you wouldn't want to get bibimbap and be like, guess what, jasmine rice. You would be like, what? This is weird. You wouldn't want to get, like, you know, Rogan Josh and then have, like, a short grain, like, Korean or Japanese rice. You would be like, what? This is weird. They all serve the cuisine to which they're to which they belong to. I don't feel like I can wade into this, quite frankly. I'm buying a cookie and you can stick it up your as far as I'm concerned. I will say though, and my wife may be watching, I eat it for the relative health benefits you get from it versus other rices. But I'm not a huge fan. I like, you know, like a Korean rice. I think it's Calrose. Probably not what it's named in Korea, but that's okay. But then also, depending on the food, they'll mix in some different grains, some more whole grains, and then even like a bean mixture that has like, you know, soybeans, chickpeas, other beans in it. That rice to me is not as tasty. Because when you get the bite, sometimes you're biting into grains and sometimes you're biting into beans, which is, I don't mind a rice and bean. But if I'm eating like a Korean dish, I prefer to just have the rice. Potatoes or rice? Rice doesn't want to have that discussion. Rice doesn't want to... Listen, if rice said, put me up against potatoes, then I would be like, okay, it's your funeral. But like an impartial observer going rice or potatoes, well, like, it's just not a fight that I think rice wants to be in, honestly. Okay, note to self, put green peppers on everybody. Best form of potato? I think I'm basically like a European farmer circa the Middle Ages when it comes to how I feel about potatoes. You got me again, you son of a bitch. Give me some green peppers! Like, I'll eat a French fry. I'll eat a mashed potato, of course. But if you were like, hey, I just boiled a potato and then here's like a pad of butter. Do you want it? I would be like, brother, fuck yeah. What are you talking? Do I want it? Of course I want it. It's a potato. How about a green pepper? Chocolate's pretty good too, but how about a motherfucking green pepper? How about a green pepper? Okay, I guess I'll eat shit and die. You rolled one? No! I was thinking about potatoes. Please. Please. I've earned it. I earned it! Oh. We could probably do one more. Me when NL uses being an adult as an excuse for the upteenth time in chat plus twos, nodders. Me when chat has so many hours in Genshin Impact they can't conceive of someone actually being too busy to do shit that they don't want to do, nodders. I mean, NL, I get that you have a kid, so you're probably like relatively busy, but what? You must have like at least like 6 hours of free time every day, right? Roughly? I've got 18 hours of free time a day. So even factoring in like a child and like other domestic responsibilities and et cetera, you must have at least like 6 hours, right? So there's 3 hours of Genshin. That's basically work. And then what else? I don't want to... I'll stack you. Give me a second here. Remember, they took the first shot, okay? The people who watch you actually play Genshin? Well, like, Talia does, so I feel bad. But it's the only game I can think of. Talia is a non-toxic chatter, okay? So, like, I'm not trying to insult anybody. I gotta pick a game. And I don't feel comfortable saying Honkai Star Rail, okay? It just feels weird. Why? I don't know. It just feels weird. My friends dragged me to a strip club for my bachelor's weekend. I ended up playing SAP on my phone while they got dances. Bro, the strip club 100% is like some boomer core establishment. I think that you are completely in the clear. I don't really care if you enjoy the strip club. Like, go wild. Better you than me. But having been to a strip club 2 times in my entire life, at age like 18 and 20, both times I was just like very uncomfortable. It was just fucking weird. The clientele was weird, the business was weird, the interior was weird. It was just strange. Yes, I was dancing to Fall to Pieces by Velvet Revolver. My old-ass coworkers made me go on a work trip. It's just weird. Like being celibate, not that weird. Being horny 100% of the time, weird, but at least you know where you stand. But, like, that's why the strip club is weird to me, is it's like... You're going there to, like, get horny, but if you pulled out your piece and started whacking it, the security would kill you. But it's like, what are you doing here, if not that? Like, someone could have their junk, like, right in your face, like, rubbing up against it. If you pull your junk out, they would be like, buddy, whoa, it's not that kind of place. It's just strange. I'm not saying, by the way, when I was in the strip club, like, I wanted to do that. But I was just like, people are literally just sitting here going, like, woo! And then they, like, I don't know, do you just, like, get horny and then go home and go to sleep? Or you get horny and then you go home and beat off to something else? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. Like, people make fun of those, like, host clubs in Japan where women go and like hot guys who look like Final Fantasy protagonists come and are like, that's so valid of you. But that makes way more sense to me than like a North American strip club where it's like, come here and like get a boner that you can't do anything about. If you do anything about it, we'll fucking beat the shit out of you and call you a weird freak. It's just weird. Obviously, well, you know what I would say is that like probably 20 years ago, where culture was at, middle-aged men would be like, you're the weirdo for not getting strip clubs. Now that I'm approaching middle age, I think I should say, I think my peers are like, it really doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Makes as much sense as the Gollum game. I did like, there's so much about the Gollum game that is funny to me. Like, the fact that the font in the game is Calibri. I did see the Beg image where Gollum has, like, the pleading eyes. Press X or press X. I didn't see that one. There's one that says give head. No way. That must be an edited image, right? No, I bet it's like a fish head that you got or something like that. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just gonna call the stream "The Dallas Stars Have the Potential to Do the Funniest Thing of All Time." Okay, slash marker, tape to tape. It's Friday, let's have some fun. We're playing some tape to tape. It's in early access. They're still calibrating expert difficulty to be hard enough for me to not beat every time, but still easy enough that one other person on the planet could possibly complete a run at some point. Least narcissistic streamer. Hey God, what do we got here? I think we should save up and buy the Dragon Shout. How does that sound? Would you rather have your knees or elbows bend the opposite way? I'm assuming this is one of those situations where I must choose one. Because the obvious answer is neither. Oh, the obvious answer is actually both. Okay, if you say so. Oh, send her. Oh, she's so in. Kelly Jelly has the potential to do the funniest thing of all time. Give me some Angus, please. I'm not going to answer that question because I don't know where to take it. Like, it's not spicy or anything. I just don't know where to take it. What I will say is, my daughter was on our bed 2 nights ago, and Kate was reading her a story. How does that not go in? I was just kind of sitting there, waiting, biding my time, because it was my bedtime duty, and I was taking 3 seconds to myself. I was sitting like this. I was like 20% twisted. My daughter laid back and used her foot to freaking kick me right on the shoulder, which made my back go like this really quick. And I felt something twist in my, or like rip in my left lat. And I was so, oh, hang on. I was so shocked, but also like in pain. Kate was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Is she freaking my back?" I was like trying to talk, but every time I tried to breathe in, oops. Like it hurt because it was it was using the lat that had been affected. Anyway, I'm okay now. But like, until this morning, it hurt pretty bad. Some of you guys are cool, never get old. Or, like, don't kick your dad in the shoulder. What's the most old person thing you do? When I was at Costco on Wednesday, I bought... I'm the best player in the world. I bought a probiotic supplement with 10 billion bacteria in every single capsule, and I take it every day. Need a little more shooting power. It's not a bit! Someone asked, what's the oldest thing you do? I take a probiotic supplement that I bought at Costco. That's pretty old. Other old things I do? Follow the day-to-day movements of the stock market, even though I'm fully invested in passive index funds. Just for sport, really, I check the market news. Cycle? It's true, cycling is definitely a sport that it has old man connotations. How was the Peloton ride today? Thank you for asking. 30-minute Logan upper body workout. 20-minute Callie Gullickson core workout. Yes, that's her real name. I didn't name her. 30-minute Emma Lovewell, not 90s, just a regular old rock ride. I felt something. I had a great ride today. I think wattage was like 210. I've been a little under the weather. It felt like today I finally, I exercised some demons. I was pogging up even though I liked, none of the songs. Has your Peloton impaled you yet? No, but I did get the email about replacing my seat. So I got my fingers crossed. It should be any day now. Either that the seat arrives or that I experience something I've never experienced before. NL's Peloton has the potential to do the funniest thing of all time. I didn't say impale. I know. I gotta think of what the advertisers would think. That's my cross to bear. You see the tweets about Paul Dano? Let's go. We take those. Angus takes those. Where he and his girlfriend were on the roof and they looked in someone else's window and his girlfriend was like, they're watching Footloose, and he said, oh my God, should we do something? And she said, what? And he said, they have motion smoothing on their TV. And then someone quote tweeted it and said, one time I was driving Paul Dano around in my shitty car and he wanted to show me an album that he loved. He was so appalled with the bass boost in my car that he went into this car stereo and EQ'd the stereo for me right there. I'm assuming both of these stories are true, and that's simply because it would be hilarious if they were. Good try, Kelly. You're quite shifty with it. They're blinking to the goal? Yeah, I know, but because they're blinking to the goal, that means they prioritize that over Hand of Midas. So they really have to focus on finishing the game quick here. Because I would say if it goes past 20 minutes, my Hand of Midas is really going to make the difference for me. I hear Dota, I +2. I farm and I know things. Tyrion Lannister playing Dota. I farm and I buy things. Plot twist. He's the support. Tyrion, no! Oops. Tyrion, you have to deny. You have to deny and save the last hits for your carry. My support hasn't warded in 20 minutes. Is it League that just has guaranteed wards? I don't respect that, man. That's got to be how people who drive a manual transmission feel when someone says they're good at driving, but then they have the audacity to have an automatic transmission. I'm the support. I'll buy the wards. You don't buy the wards. I want to buy the wards. I want there to be a wardable difference between the two of us. If their team has worse supports, I want to be better than them just because I spent better. Back in my day when the wards were free, we just called them a camera. Half a year of you filling the role in my life that my father should have filled? Brother, I'm just playing some video game hockey. That's a lot of pressure. I appreciate it and I'm proud of you. Keep your stick on the ice. I feel like this could be our chance to get a 3 streak on expert mode in tape-to-tape hockey. Can the tape-to-tape developers tell me, listen, if some normies have done this, I don't want to know. Have any other streamers accomplished this feat? I can't believe the side-to-side movement you had. Apologies, I wasn't familiar with your game. Get familiar with this. Oh. You're not catching me in Gretzky's orifice? Okay, you caught me in Gretzky's orifice. Wasn't me. Put some pressure on him. You knew it was coming. It's okay. We lose some stats, we don't get a talent. Life goes on. The important thing is we're going up against the golfers. I think we have a 500 record against the Spartans. How sad is that? Oh, I really thought we were getting there first. Oh, that's over. It's over for us. Good goal. Good goal. Real pain for my sham friends. Champagne for my real friends. That was Boomer reaction times coming home to roost. Yes! I saw it. I saw Shaggy in front of the net. I saw a clean lane, and I said to myself, this is the tip of the century. The slip that brought me to my knees. Oops. Take away some of the pressure in the offensive zone by committing murder. Good stuff, good stuff. He's got hard stuck. Go, 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 go. Kelly! What are you doing holding your stick up back there? We're in a lot of trouble. I think we're toasted. 4-1. Unless you're going up against the Leafs, it puts you in a little bit of trouble. Go. Referee! Yes! Thank you, Angus. Very cool. That could have gone in while they were all distracted behind the net. Oh, it should be illegal to block a shot. Not a turn and burn. They're going to turn and burn me. No, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. No, they're not. Heat-seeking missile. Yes! There's still a chance. Go. Go. Oh, Kelly. Yeah! Oh, she can burn you with her speed. Look at this. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Yoink. There was how much time left? 0.7 seconds in the second period. Period 3, we got back there. We were down 4-1. He can carry it. We got no shame in Chico carrying it. What the hell was that? There's shame in that. There you go. Bump the one-timer. First good defensive play of the match. Looking a little bit in disarray here. Obviously, I'd say everybody was a little excited after we tied it up heading into the third. Got to settle down and play our game again. That's how you play your game! Overtime, huh? Hang on, I'm focusing with all my might. I mean, their goalie doesn't even have a freaking helmet on, man. If we could just hit him in the noggin, it's over. Oh, never mind, we won! We won, Stu Stumple! His first goal of his career! Nobody thought it could be done, but in overtime in the playoffs, the rarest players are the greatest heroes. We want to rest. That's an event, though. Okay, we don't need to play the Spartans. They beat us every time anyway. Angus gets a slam dunk to perform high-velocity shots, but he forgets how to skate with the puck. What the hell does that mean? So he's skating with the puck. I guess he's just slow. He seemed a little slower. And what is this? Maybe he's just great at receiving one-timers? If you send lob passes to Angus, he'll go crazy. Are you saying that Angus has the potential to do the funniest thing of all time? Okay, yes he does. Chloe lob pass to Angus. And he can't be stopped. Oh, dude, we're so back! Chloe can still shoot the puck. Some people think that she's just for passing now that Angus got an ability. What does that have to do with Chloe? Chloe just scored our game winner to keep us in the damn league. Motherfucker. His yo-yo also counts as a lob. You genius! Why do you think they've never made a Mario hockey? Nintendo is not good at making games, and hockey's a really difficult game. So I think that they just... Honestly, I don't think they have programmers yet that are capable of making it. They better stick with their simple games, like The Legend of Zelda, and such as... Because I don't know if they've got the temerity or the tenacity to make themselves a worthwhile hockey game. Soccer, sure. Stick to tennis, brother. Get ready to learn how to serve, buddy. I mean, oh. Hockey games must be hard to make, because EA's just been reusing the source code from, like, NHL 98 for, like, 30 years. Good goal. The last person who knew how to program at EA Sports probably retired in, like, the year 2001. I'll take skaters get propelled further when receiving a pass. Goggy, you've been here for 3.5 hours asking me if my phone auto-rotates. It's crazy. It's the amount of tenacity you have for this bit it's out of control. I mean, for like an hour I could see it, but for 3.5 hours, I mean, it's... You got me freaking out a little bit. It's sure they scored, whatever. We can't win the face-off. What do you expect? Nice. Great reception of your own pass. We'll stick with Chloe. She knows what she's doing. How do you miss that? How do you miss that? Is VIP Daniel here? What? He's in. He's so in. I trusted him. I thought Angus was going in a little deep. But you know what? I trusted him. And that trust was repaid. How about a quick slapper? Quick Chloe Crockett slapper? Sound like a drill rapper. How about a little body check? How about skating around doing nothing? How does that strike you? That's a gimme. Just run away. If you get that one-timer with your 2 superstars and you don't score, honestly, they need to add easy mode for you. No disrespect. I'm pro accessibility in video games. I thought that was a real referee. Not that I guess that would have stopped it. Jake S. Oh, boy, Angus, you greedy boy. You wanted the goal for yourself? You couldn't stand to see Chloe winning the Art Ross trophy this year? You see the anecdote where at the season finale filming of Friends, everybody in the main cast was hugging each other? And then Paul Rudd came in and said, what a ride. And then everyone looked at him like he was crazy because he was just a guest star for like 1.5 seasons near the very end. It's so funny. +3 overall to everybody. It's a really good joke. It's crazy that Paul Rudd's been funny for so long. Whoops, sorry, Chloe. Oh, you're dead? You can't accept my apology? I said he said he was sorry. Kirsten Dunst in Spiderman 2 meme. He said he was sorry. Spiderman, man. What a movie. I don't know. There's a new wrinkle in my Twitter For You page, by the way. It now thinks that I'm obsessed with Spider-Man Miles Morales 2 for some reason. I genuinely have no idea why. I guess because I looked at a lot of tweets about Spider-Man Miles Morales 2 when Sony had their press conference. That's only because everybody on Twitter was tweeting about Spider-Man Miles Morales 2. So I'm getting a lot of tweets that really don't make any sense to me. There's some nuanced discourse to be had, apparently, about Miles Morales 2. I have no idea. It's just Spider-Man 2? He said it's just Spider-Man 2. I gotta say, Lay's barbecue, it's a solid chip. Barbecue, very rarely my flavor of choice, but I'll never turn down a Lay's barbecue at a party, that's for sure. I don't want to go off on a rant here, but does anybody else think that the rise of popularity of kettle-cooked chips has been a disaster for flavors worldwide? What do you mean by this insane sentence? Well, listen, I love a Miss Vicky's potato chip. I think that Miss Vicky's is up there in terms of like the best potato chips on the market, and those are kettle-cooked. Hard Bite, Kettle brands, and other various kettle-cooked chips can't hold a candle to Miss Vicky's, And yet somehow, like, as an adult, if you're hosting a party or something like that, if you don't get kettle cooked chips, everybody looks at you like you're like a lesser human being. If you got like sour cream and onion ruffles or Lay's or something like that, people would be like, what's wrong with you? If you show up with kettle cooked, oh, it's like diarrhea flavor, people are like, ooh, oh, and you know what's fucked up about it is that the kettle cooked chips as well, people are, they're getting way too crazy with the flavors in that they're neutralizing all of the flavors. They came out with salt and vinegar, dill pickle, jalapeno, etc., etc. Now they're coming out with ones that are like truffle oil. Some of them are like, which basically you might as well just call them nothing. Oh, an oil flavored potato chip. You mean every potato chip ever made? Like they're not even trying anymore. They're just frying potatoes. Bring me back the days you'd show up at your friend's house and he'd be like, check it out. It's fucking rip your face off extreme cheddar Dorito Lays. It's a 3-dimensional Dorito. Potato chips are not like a classy food. We gotta stop bouging up the potato chips. And we gotta embrace flavor again. That could be a great marketing campaign. We're embracing flavor again. Lay's has the potential to do the funniest thing of all time. Try Zappas? No, I don't eat potato chips. They're bad for you. But like I want to go to some, you know, shindigs or something where I don't have to eat hard bite. We sprayed one little spritz of like citric acid on the chips before they left the door. They're bad for you? Is bald? I can't wait for all you fuckers to be bald. It's gonna be like so huge for me when you guys all go bald. Because I've already come to terms with it. The weakness has left my body. You guys are just at the start. Never gonna happen to me? Yeah, okay. My mom's dad's uncle has a full head of hair and he's 90 years old. Bro, he's got a hairpiece. Nobody wants to tell you. They don't want to blow up their uncle's spot. Your uncle's Ted Danson. He's got a hairpiece. And he has the potential to do the funniest thing of all time. Feed it back. Really good use of your goalkeeper there. They need to add online multiplayer into this so my trash talk has like an outlet. Can you just check? I don't know if the tape devs are here. Any chance they could just check the online multiplayer slider in or checkbox, I should say. It hit a hat. My brilliant tic-tac-toe one-timer hit a hat on the ice. They need to add multiplayer so I can be toxic to real people? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Precisely. I don't think it's toxic to say you suck, also, if they actually do suck. I think it's toxic to be like, you know, I wish physical harm would befall you. But if you beat someone in a sporting video game and you say you're trash, well, if you didn't want to get trash talked, then you shouldn't have lost so bad. You definitely shouldn't have let me beat you if you didn't want to get trash talked. I mean, that's just like... What are you supposed to do against the Spartans? They're too good, man. You're trash, you're trash. No, not to me. That's toxic. I'm a human being. She's in. She doesn't need anybody else. She doesn't even need mini her. She could use Angus, though. Not the Spartans. No. I mean, I feel like if they ever release, like, Ascension, the boss should be the Spartans. The same way, like, the real boss of Slay the Spire is the Heart, which I've actually fought, like, 3 times in my entire career playing that game. 1,200 hours or something. Just like the real final boss of Isaac is, like, DD Megadoodoo 7.0 or, like, whatever. The Beast, but for real this time, but also Dogma, but also such as... Send them. Me when I've just beat mom. Me when I beat mom and I think I can take a sip of my Regenbogen Streusel, and then I forgot it's my 1500th time beating mom, so I have to fight DD Mega Doodoo! Cereal! I appreciate the +2s. That's how you know it's Friday. People start +2ing that bit. Now I see why Spider-Man's getting recommended to you. I don't know modern Spider-Man, though. I'm a fan of the Spider-Man films, but also, like, I feel like gamers are just, like, a different breed in every possible measure. Like, people who love movies will, like, quote movies. People who love games, like, not just play games, but, like, love games. They'll bring up a reference from, like, a nothing boss from, like, a 15-year-old game and be like, oh yeah, that's like when you were fighting Regenbogen Struzelheim in Devil May Cry 2. You don't remember that one? Oh yeah, it was in the DLC. It was right before you met Virgil for the 30th time. And I'm like, how do people know that? I like fight a boss in my head. I'm like, it's Spider. And then I beat the boss, and then Spider is removed from my memory forever. Spider? Oh, you mean Octothorpe? I guess I mean Octothorpe, sorry. Any Elden Ring bosses in your head? Horalu? Remy? Moldrick? Wait, I can... Give me a second here. If I get one letter, then I'm gonna get the rest. Because, of course, everybody remembers Margit. Which means there's also Mangora. Mog! Yeah, I remember Mog. How do you know every actor in movies from the 90s? Well, I guess, honestly, you know what it is? Is that they've probably been in more than one thing. Whereas most bosses are in one game. I mean, there's exceptions, obviously. But, you know, like, Rachel Lee Cook, she was in Josie and the Pussycats. She was in Can't Hardly Wait. Maybe she was in Never Been Kissed, I don't know. Some defense, please. She was in Antitrust. It wasn't like she was just showed up in a movie for 2 seconds and, like, got the piss beat out of her, and then I, like, remember her name forever. I really thought the angle could still do it. You're still chilling? Good stuff! Kingdom Hearts bosses be like, my name is Xenahort, 10th of my name. I'm the corrupted spirit of Mickey Mouse filtered through a keyblade. It seems like manslaughter. You just committed a crime. Joke's on you. I'll win the game when you go to prison. By disqualification. It's over. I'd love to get the mercy rule, dude, because it just stings that much more. Okay. We should have gone back to Big Chloe. I'm sure she's got better shot power. He thinks Xenahort is Xenahort. My reaction when I fight Xenahort and find out that Xenahort is actually a corrupted, heartless avatar of Ansem. Sure, let's go lobbed passes are higher. Bro, same. How do you know this? I played Kingdom Hearts 1. You think I don't know when you walk away? You don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. You don't think I know, hold me, whatever comes beyond this morning is a little later on. You don't think I know, regardless of something, the future doesn't matter at all. How do you know all the words to that? Because after I fucking cry my eyes out at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, legally downloaded that shit with my allowance money from a reputable website. What is happening? This is the greatest goal ever scored. If this happened in the NHL, this clip would be shown forever. The puck goes into the stratosphere, and then we bat it out of the air off the crossbar. Didn't you borrow it at first? Yes, I borrowed my friend's copy of Kingdom Hearts. And then I beat the game, and I went to give it back to him at school, and he looked at me like I tried to give him, like, drugs or something, and said, "What are you doing, dude? There's girls here." Now, honestly, at the time, I was like, that's hilarious. Now I'm like, joke's on him. Girls love Kingdom Hearts. Score! Dude, it's over for them! Go back to golfing, golfers! I let a friend of mine borrow a game, and he played it so much the disc melted. Good goal, good goal. I gotta tell you, listen, I'm not saying I wouldn't fall for that. All I'm saying is I don't think he played it so much the disc melted. I think that he like left it out in the sun or like microwaved it or something and then told you that he played it so much the disc melted. You ever fix a scratched disc? Oh! By rubbing toothpaste on it? It totally actually worked, kind of. It worked, dude, it worked a little bit. Plus, your game smells amazing. Keep in mind, so this is about to be, and I'm full confidence here. Imagine, though. It's about to be our fourth win in a row. But we're doing this without the kazoo as well, which is the craziest part. With no kazoos and all on expert mode, unironically, they need to add a super hard mode. It's over. They need to add a super hard mode. No kazoos, no farts, no disco. Oh, there's no mercy on the final boss. Well, it honestly just sucks for them. Oh, so the only way that you can stop me from scoring is to physically hurt me, huh? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. My mom's giving me a +2 right now. If anyone ever hurts you physically at school, all you have to do is recite a really dorky rhyme and then go on to live a great life, and that's the best way to get revenge on your second grade bully. What's the most like millennial name of all time? Okay, listen, it's not Ryan, but Ryan is pretty close. Ryan might be like in the top 3. Caden, Braden, Brandley, Tyler, Grayley. I'll tell you, for whatever generation my daughter's a part of, it's a beautiful name. I'm not knocking it, but like, congratulations, graduating class of 2038. Olivia A. No, not this Olivia A. That Olivia A. Olivia A. Olivia A. Olivia B. Olivia L. Olivia P. It takes so much effort for me to remember the order of the alphabet right now. How sad is that? It's a nice name. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like, every time I'm introduced to children, it's always like, this is my son, Liam, and his sister, Olivia. And I'm like, Liam, Olivia? This is their best friend, Olivia. Oh, and this is their best friend's brother, Liam. There's nothing wrong with it, I'm just saying. We can always do a few of the dulls. I really like Box Office Gaming. February 13th, 2004. I'm in the 10th grade. A Sony movie opens to $40 million. The movie stars Adam Sandler, The movie is 50 First Dates. An MGM movie opened last week. It's at $42 million. It stars Ice Cube. It's Triple X Return of Xander Cage. It's barbershop. Genre. Comedy drama. Pass that one for a second. A Walt Disney movie is on its second week at $37 million. Take Me Back. Stars Kurt Russell. This is called Sky High. This is called... It's a drama history sport. Never mind. This is Miracle. New Line Cinema. 4 weeks, $48 million. Starring Ashton Kutcher. This is The Butterfly Effect. Sony Pictures, 3 weeks, $32 million. It stars Marquise Houston. Tagline: if you want respect, you gotta take it. Actor 2, Omari Han. I know he's from Making the Band. I don't think I know this movie. At Mr. Rad's... Oh, it's You Got Served! Yeah, You Got Served! At Mr. Rad's warehouse, the best hip-hop crews in Los Angeles compete for money and respect. But when a suburban crew crashes the party, stealing their dancers and their moves, two warring friends have to pull together to represent the street. Starring hip-hop sensations Marquise Houston, Omari Granberry, Lil' Kim, and comedian Steve Harvey. Oh, man. Actor 3, J. Boog. MGM. Iced Cube, Cedric the Entertainer, comedy drama, tagline, let your hair down. It's fucking Barbershop 2, back in business. Motherfucker. Son of a bitch. I was like, there's no way it's Barbershop 2. We have Lieutenant Aldo Rain. This is Inglourious Bastards. We have Brad Pitt. What is a character played by Brad Pitt? Aldo Rain. What would I hang on? Okay. Jonah Hill, assistant, Brad Pitt. This is Moneyball. Dave Bautista. Wooden Horse, Brad Pitt. Greek. That's Troy. Warrior's Nightmare Dream. Gorlomi is also Aldo Rain. Warrior's Nightmare Dream. Replicant is Blade Runner. British rock star. Assistant. Glass of Milk. Ana de Armas. Dave Bautista. Jonah Hill. Still feel like it's Jonah Hill, Brad Pitt. This is freaking me out, though. What are things from Inglourious Bastards? Glass of Milk. Yes, that's from Inglourious Bastards. Jonah Hill, assistant British rock star. This is Get Him to the Greek. Ah, okay, hang on. We work something out here. Okay, I got it. Which means we got to go Greek, Wooden Horse, Brad Pitt. We have something here. What is Warriors? That's Troy, but we also have another connection. Though the connections go this way. Brad Pitt, Glass of Milk, Gorlomi. That's Inglourious Bastards. Warrior's Nightmare Dream, third in franchise. No idea. And this is Blade Runner 2049. I forgot about the Wooden Horse. It's like a totem. And of course, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. We kind of crushed it today, though. That was kind of a gimme. We have the potential to do the funniest thing of all time. Average was 3.8, so I'm feeling pretty good. And then reversal me. Last Action Hero. Movies with Charles Dance. Movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Movies with Frances McDormand. Movies with Kevin Bacon. Hollow Man, Footloose, and Tremors. And then The Incredibles, Predator, and Hollow Man. What the hell's the connection here? I have no idea. Movies with Elizabeth Shue. Movies with a number in the title. 3 Billboards. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Kubo and the Two Strings. And the Fantastic Four, okay? Fantastic Four, Predator, Hollow Man are all connected to The Incredibles. What's the connection? Invisibility. That makes sense. Tremors, Footloose, Hollow Man. This is, we need the other Kevin Bacon. A Few Good Men. Ensemble films. And then movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm crazy. Family titles, family names. Ah! They need to add a super expert mode to Cine 2 Nerdle. It's like a little too easy. Just because you asked for it, here's some housel for you, okay? It's presented by Hugler, Bashore, and Brooks. I'm going to say it's probably like $110,000. 3-car garage definitely pisses me off. A 1-car garage pisses me off a little bit, but that's just Vancouver talking. A 2-car garage is like, okay, Mr. Gates. A 3-car garage is like, literally like, what are you doing? I think this is going to be a $2.5 million house, depending on where it is. It's too high. It's in Lansing, Michigan. This shit is palatial. This is where they filmed The Great Gatsby. This is a $2 million house. We're not going much lower. Still too high. 5,000 square feet. It's a $1.75 million house. It's too high. 5 beds, 4.5 baths. Don't even get me started on the damn chairs. $1.5 million. Come on. Too high. Built in 1945. $1 million. Too low. Riverfront, main level primary home theater, carriage house with loft bed, kitchen, boat, or RV storage. That is a photoshopped image of them watching the Avengers. Dude, they got a framed picture of Pirates of the Caribbean in the home theater. That's a nice home theater. Bro, all home theaters are ass. Look at, they've got seating for like 8 or something, but who's gonna sit here and crank their freaking neck to the side? And then if someone sits here, that means someone's sitting here, so they gotta look past this person the whole time. And then this person in the corner better have like, I don't even know what to say. They better be watching like with their knees pulled up to their chest or something like that. It's for lying down. Maybe my job isn't hard enough and that's fair. But when I see like old people and they love lying down, I'm like, you earned it. When there's people my age that are like, when they see a movie, they're like, oh, the seat doesn't recline enough for me to lay flat. I'm like, brother, you're 32 years old. It's a 2-hour-long movie. All you have to do is sit in the chair. And you're like, the chair's not vertical enough for me or horizontal enough for me. You rest just by sitting down. Also, if you got home theater, to me says you care about your entertainment. When you lay down and you're looking like this, first off, nobody wants to see that. Secondly, you're creating tension in your neck. Thirdly, you're not getting the best viewing angle on the screen, okay? If they wanted to lay down, what they should do is have a Hannibal Lecter style setup, and they should have like a gurney that's nearly vertical but puts you back just a little bit to take some of the tension off so that you can have a perfect eye line to watch Pirates of the Caribbean 1. This is a $1.3 million house. You're a housel boss! I'm a housel boss! I guess you could just put the screen on the ceiling. That's true. Oh, let me see if Kate's ready to stream. You've convinced me I ordered the Hannibal Lecter. All I'm asking for is for people to learn, to earn, to lay. To earn, to lay. All right, she's ready. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you on Monday. By the way, I expect some apologies on Monday. Americans, when the Canadian is not working on the Canadian holiday, Americans when the Canadian is working on the American holiday. Urgh. Americans when the Rugenboden Streusel und Oreo Krispies aren't in the ice cream. Urgh.
There was massive drama when Anna was spotted with a huge ass. Which one? There was a video that I took and I sent it to Ryan. The first impression, Ryan said, "Holy cow, you cannot share that online." And I said, "Okay, I won't." And he's like, "Holy moly." I forgot what he said. It's like, I didn't know my ass can be so dirty or something. No, but like not dirty as dirty, but like so huge or something like that. But it was when like he was walking with like both legs and arms, like he was pretending to be a dinosaur with our daughter. And then he was just like kind of like crawling, you know. And I thought it was like I thought it was funny. I thought it was cute. So I took a video, but then after I was done taking the video, basically it was like 80% NL's ass. And I was like, I didn't realize this when I was taking the video, but then it is 80% NL's ass. There's this picture. That's not him! Oh my god! That's not Ryan! What the hell? On a scale of 1 to 10, how close to the video with this butt cheeks? I don't know if you will believe it, but Ryan's butt was more honka. Compared to Ryan's butt, this is 8 out of 10. But Ryan's butt was 10 out. If Ryan's butt was 10 out of 10 in the video, that Twitter picture is 8 out of 10. Ryan told me not to share online, so I will not share online. But if you somehow meet me person to person and ask me the specific photo, then I can show you person to person, but you cannot share it online. I will put that on my bucket list. Hi Kate, I'm a huge fan. By the way, can you show me the Ryan's butt picture, please? My friend is graduating. Maybe I'll go to Vancouver. Wait, hold on. Why is your friend graduating and going to Vancouver is tied? Your friend is in Vancouver? Oh, I see. I'm gonna go to Vancouver and just roam the Costco for a week. I cannot get that ass out of my mind. What's wrong with you, man? Why do you want to see Ryan's ass so bad? You sold it so hard? I did not sell it so hard. I said I accidentally took a photo of, or video of cute moment with daddy and baby bonding, and I was like, oh, they're playing like, you know, as if they're dinosaurs, and it was really cute. And then after, the result was 80% ass, and I was like, holy moly, and then I showed it to Ryan, and then Ryan said, it's so huge that he said he cannot even watch the video. Like, he feels so guilty to watch the video. And I was like, what are you talking about? This is like just like really cute. And then Ryan said like, nah, it's just 80% my ass. And I was like, well, now you mention it, it is your ass 80%. You've been digging up that cake massively if that Twitter pic is only 80%. What do you mean only 80%? 80% is a lot. But I mean, if Ryan's ass is 100%, the Twitter pic is 80%. I'm not joking. I'm not, no, it's real. I don't know, maybe, honestly, if you, Watanabe, sees the video, he might say the Twitter pic might be only 60%. I was giving more credit to the Twitter men, but you know, I think it depends on the eyes who sees it. And then Ryan said, man, Peloton do be working. That's what Ryan said. I'm losing my mind over a bald 34-year-old man's ass. When are you going to San Diego TwitchCon? I don't think we're going to San Diego TwitchCon, I'm sorry to say. This will be my white whale. What does that even mean? What does that even mean, dude? Hold on. I may need to refresh my eyes to see the video again. Let me just... Real time, me seeing the video real time, and I tell you, okay, real time. Oh man, dude, I think 80, I think 80% is right. Holy moly, let us see it. I can't. Ryan told me not to share it online. DM me. I won't save it. If anybody trusts that word, they should go to jail. I promise. Just DM me, I promise. I thought it was really funny, and I was like, you know, maybe I will share it online, and Ryan said no. And then, if it was like before Yu Watanabe era, I would have shared it. But then now I know that shit is gonna be the thumbnail. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think I could. He's gonna make it worse. He's gonna like enhance it. I respect his wishes. I'm not a monster. Well, then you should not ask me to DM you the photo. But you can trust me for real. All I'm saying is, I know we get fan interaction or encounters time to time, especially during weekend whenever we go to the park or, you know, whatever. We get to see the fans. It's just like coincidental encounters. If you want to see this video, you ask and I'll show it to you. To your eyes. You cannot take a photo of it. BRB buying a plane ticket to Vancouver. Me rocking up the Google Glass on? What the hell? There's like non-zero chance that people are just gonna ask about this every meeting in the future. Yeah, but you gotta be brave enough. Do you think you can brave enough to ask me about Ryan's ass video? Oh, Kate, huge fan. Kate, Ryan, huge fan. Loving your content. Keep doing what you're doing. By the way, may I see Ryan's Asa video, please? Oh yeah, no problem, right here. The man is right there and you're asking about some video. That stupid energy. Origin, come on. You're underestimating people. At least it's better than like, can I touch your ass? It's not about the ass, it's about seeing the forbidden ass video. What the fuck? You guys are now making it worse. I like how the conversation started with like there is no drama, and now the drama is this forbidden ass video. Drama has been created. It's more like geocacher or geocache. It's like if you somehow spot us in Vancouver, geocache us and go like, may I see the video? And then people are gonna ask Dan about his thoughts. Share, make a clip, share it, and then Dan goes like, "Holy shit, Kate, can I see the video, please?" I promise I won't share. I promise it's just for my eyes. And then Dan is gonna be accidentally leak it by sharing his monitor screen, and then goes like, "Oh, yo, you did not see what you just saw. Erase it. And then I go, "Dan, what the hell?" And then Dan goes like, "I'm sorry, Kate, I didn't mean to. I don't know why the OBS is crazy, man. OBS is like, it's a mind of its own monster." And I'd be like, "Dan, I should never trusted you." And then Dan goes like, "Oh, I'm sorry." What are my thoughts on the Ryan Gary's huge ass allegation? It's not an allegation, it's just the fact and truth. He do be, if Daniel is a funeral director, Ryan is huge ass director. I don't know. Makes no sense. The CEO of ass. If you see him coming out of the Peloton after the workout, dude, I did buy him Peloton, and I didn't think. I honestly did. I did not know. I'm honest. Honest mistake. I didn't know it would only increase the size of my husband's ass. But it's not a bad thing. It's good thing, I think. Insane investments. You guys are so thirsty. I see sometimes, or not even sometimes, I see often on Ryan's stream, people are like, holy shit, NL, you're so hot. And I do wonder, like, what kind of people make a comment like that? It's just like, it's not even in context, it's just random. At random, people will just be like, holy shit, NL, you're so hot. Or like, holy shit, NL, you're so hot, I want to give you a kiss. And it's so random in his chat. And I'm like, what the heck? When did this happen? When did this start? Cause like, I've been watching his stream for like, I don't know, the 10 years. And I think this only started last year? Maybe this year? Like, for a very long time, nobody went like, oh my god, you're so hot, I wanna give you a kiss. I honestly haven't seen chat appealing to Ryan. They're like, Ryan's so funny, haha, Ryan's so smart. But it's been out of nowhere, people are like, now like, man, I want to give you a kiss on your forehead or something. What the fuck? Where did this happen, dude? I don't even know. Like, I want to give you a kiss on your big forehead or something like that. I'm like, when did this start? Like, I feel... I don't even know how to describe it, honestly.
What is it? My libido's gone berserk. I don't wanna go to work. I don't want nothing to eat. Driving up and down the street, but only 2 weeks ago. 2, 3, you said you'd never leave me. 2, 3, 4, but here I am alone. 1, 2, then in this world of reckless happenstance, why do good things have to go away? 2, 3, and leave you with nothing. 2, 3, 4, and she left me with nothing. If you know the words, sing along. You ever listen to Prozac, man? That was a song, dude.